muggy. Some more storms possible tomorrow. More on that and a closer look at the storms now on ABC 22 News at 6:30.
Let's get back to the Weather Center where meteorologist Michael Page is tracking the system for us. Michael?
You're right, Lauren. We have had some of those hit and miss type thunderstorms, some of which turned severe. The strongest storm is actually now weakening as we go through Rutland County. Here's sort of the overview. There's that cell in Rutland County moving towards Windsor County right now. And notice the number on the left-hand side of your screen. That's the lightning count starting to decrease as well. Still some hefty storms in New Hampshire, but those are pulling away as well. Let's take you into Rutland County now, and I can assure you those outage numbers for Vermont will be going up because they're just not reported yet. We have that hefty cell now leaving the Pittsford area and Rutland areas too, places like Barnard and Woodstock next in line, but this is a weakened storm. We're not talking about a severe thunderstorm any longer. You can see that orange polygon has faded, indicating the warning has been dropped as of 6:30. But the damage has been done. We already have some reports of flooding in some areas, and that's why we do have a flash flood warning in that red box you see across Rutland and Windsor counties. Also portions of Grafton County. We're looking at rapid stream rises from all the heavy rainfall we've seen. That goes until 7:30. The blue dot around Rutland there indicates wind damage, and we do have some more specific reports for you. Of course, some hail as well, but the wind damage happening in the last half hour has been most notable. We have Rutland reporting many trees and even some whole power poles down, reportedly. Pittsford also reporting trees and wires down, especially in the Route 7 and Route 3 area, some road closures there. We'll have more information on this coming up in the next few minutes. If you're in these affected areas, of course, stay away from any down power lines and down trees as crews work to clear things up. Lauren, I'll be back in just a few moments with the latest check on the radar and any new warnings that develop.
Now, your Sky Tracker forecast with meteorologist Michael Page.
And we continue to get reports in from the Rutland area of storm damage there. This picture literally just coming into us from John. You can see a tree leaning on some power lines there. That will be a problem as we go through the next couple of hours. Some additional reports, this being Nelson Place. Lincoln Avenue is flooded. We also have trees down on Library Ave and South Street. Those appear to be the hardest hit areas in the Rutland area. If you have pictures and can safely send them to us, of course, we encourage that. It really helps give us a little perspective. The radar now, though, shows this cell has weakened considerably as it moves into Windsor County. Places like Plymouth and Woodstock now dealing with just some rainfall, maybe a couple of flashes of lightning or cracks of thunder, but certainly sub-severe, which is some excellent news. No warnings around our area, but we do have some other cells starting to fire up now right around the Waterbury area on I-89. So we're still watching some storms through the evening hours. For that reason, a severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect for areas east of the Green Mountains, including most of New Hampshire. This goes until 11 o'clock tonight, but I think most of the severe weather is already done. We'll just keep an eye on some of these storms that continue to fire up behind the main line. Hefty amount of rainfall has come down with these storms, nearly an inch in Montpelier, over an inch in portions of New Hampshire. That's why we're still watching the flood threat for some of those small streams and creeks, especially Grafton County. Now, after the rain, you probably felt like you were transported to Florida with dew points in the 70s across the Champlain Valley. Boy, is it sticky. Lebanon, dew point is 73. That is oppressive stuff. It stays quite muggy as we go through the overnight hours. Temperatures only fall back into the 60s to near 70 tonight. Showers and storms generally ending towards the early part of the night. Some patchy fog will develop where it has rained. Now, we do have more storminess back to the west. Notice we have these pop-up showers and storms really stretching all the way back to the Midwest. The front that will eventually get here and end the storm threat briefly doesn't get here until late Tuesday. So I think we have more rounds of potentially thunderstorms and some showers both Monday and Tuesday. So Future Tracker shows us we start with some sunshine early on Monday, but then we get another batch of showers and storms that pops up during the afternoon, hit and miss type stuff. We'll do it all over again on Tuesday, a calm morning, more showers and storms fire by the second half of the day. All the while, it's hazy, hot, and humid with temperatures on Monday pushing 90 degrees around most of the area. So it is really Triple H weather for sure. Now let's step you through the 7-day forecast. Hot and humid Tuesday as well, 90 degrees, not out of the question for many people with those hit and miss storms continuing into the afternoon. Wednesday, if we're going to get a dry day, that will be it. I might be optimistic in keeping it dry, but we'll think optimistically. Then we get into another batch of periods of rain and maybe some thunderstorms for the end of the week. This looks like we might get some actual periods of rain as opposed to just these pulses of thunderstorms. So that's something we'll be watching as we get through the next couple of days, but it does look like more unsettled weather to come for the next week or so.
Not a pretty day outside at all today, and not a pretty couple of days for Boston fans. We'll have your Bruins and Red Sox highlights coming up.
ABC 22 News is your voice at 6:30.